All right. Welcome back to the RDN Roller Show. The boys are back here. Got Anth over on the East Coast. Anth, how's it going? I see you got the Phillies hat on as well, too. What's up with that?
You know what? We may have lost, but got to rock the hat. So it's actually really nice. Got that World Series patch on the side, just in case anyone didn't know. The Phillies were in the World Series. They didn't win, but cheating Houston won again. So it is what it is. But it was actually pretty sweet when we were in Argentina. We were, watching the games from the phone, had it on at the one restaurant we went to. So we did get to follow it while they were making their little run. But just trying to keep them represented. What do you got going on over there, Rob?
Just chilling, man. Just chilling. We got the cold here. It's super cold in Colorado, and I am not a fan of the cold. So,
would you rather have the cold or heat? Would you rather it be like hot or cold out?
I love like California weather. Like whatever California weather is, like 80 degrees and sunny, I'd take that every day. But I'd rather it to be hot. I don't know. I just love it. So, but it's going good over here. We're slowly getting the mix of things. Pi Ha's about to start up for the boys here. So that's huge. Only thing we got going right now is Thursday night leagues and then our RDN team practices on the week. So that's
did you get the demon dogs back in it?
Demon in Paiha?
Yeah.
Of course we are, man. We gotta we gotta keep our Rocky, whatever our division's called, the Rocky Mountain title. We gotta defend that. So it's good. Should be a good year. I know there's some good teams in our division this year. I know a couple players moved teams. So we should be pretty good. We got some new uniforms debuting, so that will be pretty sweet. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Flawlessly, yeah. So those are gonna be pretty cool. But yeah, we'll be back in it, and I think Prowlers are gonna be a better squad this year. Thunder is always gonna be good. I think Fire are gonna be good as well. They got
I think they split with the Thunder, I saw, or something. I think they started some of the games already, right?
Yeah, they've started. We don't start till about December 3rd. So, but Fire are looking good as well too. So should be a good year. I'm excited. I'm always excited for Paiha. I love Paiha. It's a blast. So
yeah, we have a team. I think we're doing it too. Little combination of like Marple kids and a couple of my guys. So maybe we'll see again in playoffs. I think it's in Colorado this time. So
watch out for that goalie pass full ring.
Oh man. Did we talk about that on this already?
I don't know. I think we have, but it was we'll just talk about it real quick and then let's get into the roller show. Yeah. So last year at Paiha, we were playing the Sting, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Sting. Anth decided to jump on the Sting because he wanted to win the championship. So Anth jumped on a team.
Can't beat him, join him, right?
Yeah. But we were playing them in the playoffs or the playoffs of Paiha Championship, and our goalie Joy gets the puck. And if you don't know Joy and you're not from Colorado, you don't know how good this kid is with a puck. I mean,
Good's underrated. Good is underrated. He's nasty at playing the puck.
But I'm saying, like, people don't know how good he is. He's not underrated. Yeah. He is the best puck handler in the game.
It's insane. It's fucked.
So he drops back, and everyone, like, your team this team kind of rush him a little bit, but you're on defense, and Piz sneaks behind you. But I think you can tell what happened from here.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much I thought he was just gonna like dish it off to your D guy who was like 5 feet away. Instead, he just sauces this thing in the air, and like I look up and I like lose it completely, not realizing like there's even a guy behind me. I'm like, oh, this guy's just like dumping the fucking puck in, and I look behind, lands right on the guy's stick. Like, I kid you not, this thing was like a rainbow. Like, it came over my head, landed. His name's Piz, right? You said,
yeah. CJ.
Yeah, it lands like right on his stick. He goes in and scores, and Miro just looks at me, he goes, yo, Merrigan, you're playing defense. I was like, oh, shit. Like, because like you said, we were all kind of just like, maybe like, if he presses it to the D guy, maybe put some pressure on him, whatever. And he just like threw a sauce over my head. Like, thing was it was immaculate, dude. It was actually impressive. Like, he's nasty at playing the puck. Like, and I love playing the puck when I play goalie. And like, I take pride in that, like getting a good pass off. And that dude just like literally put me to shame on any pass I've ever made. Like, it was sick. Like, there aren't a lot of players that would make that pass, right? Like,
not over the head.
Yeah, like that thing was a bomb, dude. It looked like fucking Brady dropping back and fucking throwing one. But
maybe Brady
it was
5 years ago.
Yeah, 5 years ago. Not now. Now he's talking about playing the CFL. Did you see that?
That was a joke. That was a joke.
I was like, all right, I figured. I don't know. That's still, you never know. He's kind of a Looney Tune, right? But
yeah. But
Anyway,
yeah, no, we're hopefully we'll see you in Pi High finals again. Somewhere in playoffs, that'll be a good time.
I mean, I love coming out to Colorado. Like, it's just like, I don't know, it's
I
so
believe Pi
beautiful
High
out
finals
there.
are out in Colorado this year as well
Yeah,
too.
that's
Out
what
in
I think.
spring, so should be a good time. He's got that nice stadium seating. It's different from last time you guys came out. It's a different rink, so
Yeah, that
it,
rink looks sick.
it's amazing. It's awesome. But what we're gonna do is give you guys some roller hockey talk. I know you guys want it. We don't have an interview for this one, but we are going to get an interview. We're just going to go over kind of roller hockey going on in the States, over in Europe, France, Spain, Italy. We already talked about the World Games or the world, not World Games, but World Skate last
More
week,
roller
World
games, yeah.
Championships. But we're going to talk about college hockey first. NCRHA is back this year. Obviously, they just announced their nationals as well. I think this might be the one of the first times. I honestly, I might could be wrong, but is this the first time it's
I,
at Irvine?
I was thinking that earlier when I saw the news was
Some person's
announced.
like, no, dude, it was there like 10 years ago.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I can't imagine it hasn't been. It might have been in like HB. I don't think ever Irvine, no.
Okay.
Um, but like usually they do it at ice rinks. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it might be the first time it's been there. But I mean, the announcement, is obviously big for them if they've never been there, right? Going there is, we always talk about it like it is roller hockey, like in a nutshell, right? Like if you want a full roller experience, you play at Irvine, right? So,
absolutely.
so yeah,
Yeah.
good for them.
Yeah. And as you can see, so it'll be there April 19th through the 24th. Dude, saying 2023 is just insane.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
so
flying.
yeah, I mean, Irvine's legendary. Everyone loves playing there. In the April, I wonder if it's going to be if like it's a rainy season or not. So I wonder if that's going to play like a factor into anything.
Yeah.
But that will be a very fun tournament. I mean, Cali's awesome. I know I saw some a little bit of bickering of people online saying, it's so far for a lot of these teams that are self-funded, but it's anywhere you go, it's going to be hard. I think so. Having it at a pure roller rink, which is pretty cool, I like. But
Yeah.
having it at
And
an ice rink is always cool too.
I mean, you're traveling regardless, right? I mean, I know the flights to California aren't the cheapest, but I mean, if you're like willing to like fly into LA, you can find a decently priced flight there. And the
Absolutely.
hotels really aren't that bad there, like as far as like cost goes. Like we've stayed at Airbnbs and hotels, and I feel like it's been pretty reasonable every time I've been out there. So I know they're kind of in full force. They've been asking me to ref. Sorry, I haven't answered you, but I just don't feel like refing that league right now. It's a lot of travel for like, for 10 games in a weekend, like traveling up to Rhode Island. So I just haven't been doing it this year. So I don't know too much of what's going on the East Coast, but other than just like looking at their schedule results and things like that and knowing some of the teams from last year.
Yeah, so let's go over some of the games over the weekend. I'll share my screen again here. We had a couple D1 matches. I know Grand Canyon University, brand new D1 team. Some players from Colorado play on that team. I know Aiden plays on that team. He's the one that started that. He played with RDN during the summer. People know who Aiden is now. Ran Bronson roller, does the good roller stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, the Grand Canyon University played ASU twice. ASU won, I believe, both of those games as well. 4-2 and
Yep.
3-2.
Me too.
Having ASU has Lane Hartwell, huge help there. And I believe it's a lot of local Arizona kids. I know Andrew Heights on that team as well from
Yep.
Michigan. But they having Lane Hartwell as your goalie is huge. I know Grand Canyon University has Eric Buckholtz, great goalie as well. Played here in Colorado. He's
Is that the guy who played Thunder? The kid who played Thunder last
yeah, he
year, the
played
year
Thunder
we
as
were out
well.
there?
He played for us during the summer at Narch as well too. He's a stud. But yeah, they got a good solid team. You know what I mean? Grand Canyon University is a good team. They will make some noise, I think, this year. ASU, they have a great team as well. I know this team's been together for a little bit. I believe Boyo and Alex Dot are coaching them, which had a great coaching staff there. And having Laner behind there is huge. So that was the D1. I know there's a lot of different matchups here. I need to get more familiar, honestly, with some of more of these college teams as there's so many. But you got Michigan State playing Ohio State in the AA. Arizona
Yep.
playing Arizona State in the AA. So yeah, in college hockey, you're playing all different divisions mostly, but when you get that D1 matchup, that's where you can actually see what teams are made of, because it's never fun seeing the D1 team play a double A team, like
Yeah, and I think each division's a little different too, because I know like out here in ECRHA, like they do those crossovers, like you're saying. But it's really hit or miss. Like I've seen, I've had teams honestly that I've watched in ECRHA where I'm like, why are these guys in D3? I feel like they can compete with a D1 team, right? If they just like were put to the test, I think you may get beat up on like a few games, but like I think eventually they would be all right. You know what I mean? Like Endicott University or college. I
they
don't
had
know
a
if it's
great
college
team.
or
They still
university.
do. I'm pretty sure have a good club.
Yeah,
A
like
great
all
team.
those kids like are good ice players. Like Endicott has a good ice program. And I know like all those kids, like I'm watching them like get beat up, in some of these D3 games, but like they've played up. I think they're in D2 now, but like they've played up a little bit. And like I feel like they would be able to hang. Like I'm looking at the D1 teams on the East at least, and like it's like Rowan
Well,
University, like
this year you only
yeah,
have 4 7 D1 teams. You have
right.
Slippery Rock, Farmingdale, Rowan, Lindenwood, as obviously Bethel, ASU, and Grand Canyon University. You know, obviously Bethel's or not Bethel, Lindenwood, Lou, they're the best, I would say right now. Their roster's strong. They got Nick Delamorte, kids coming off a hot, I mean, absolute hot
Yeah. I think he's
week
only got
at
one
World's.
semester there though.
You
It's
know,
only one semester, yeah.
that's enough though, for them to get rolling. But he came off a really, really good World Skate Championship weekend or week. He had like 9 or 10 goals, I believe.
Yeah, and they
But
still have Acosta.
they
He's
have
still playing
Acosta, they got
great. So
Jacob Robinson in net. They also got Chase Christopher as well. So they got a stud team too. Bethel's always good. Last week Linwood played Bethel. Linwood won 9-0, which it's, I mean, it's that kind of tells you right there how strong that team is. But yeah, they got Connor Bradley, Clayton Leafield, Acosta, Nathan Durans.
Nathan Durans is pretty underrated. He's a solid defenseman.
Who else is pretty good too is Brett Worcester. Kid's a stud too. Watched him out at Nasty Cup first year. He's a
Okay.
stud. But having Jacob Robinson and Chase Christopher behind you, two solid goaltenders.
Yes. Solid.
Yeah. But yeah, we got some games coming up this weekend as well for college. I believe Lindenwood is traveling up to, let me check this out real quick and I'll share my screen with you guys. Lindenwood's traveling. I think where's this at? Where's the event over here? It's in St. Louis. They're not traveling anywhere. It's in their backyard. But yeah, there's some teams I believe coming there playing them. Michigan State, it looks like, is coming there. Then you got ECRHA event at Old Bethpage. And you have a Colorado event as well here, and then you got an event over in San Jose. So you got college roller hockey all over.
Yeah, the Bethpage event's usually a pretty big one, and it looks like there are some D1 matchups. You got Slippery Rock and Rowan University. Rowan University is like basically the assault kids, like
Slippery Rock's a good team as well,
and
too.
Slippery Rocks too. Yeah, do they still have
Ian Edwards?
Yeah, Edwards. Yep. Good. Yeah. So they're usually pretty solid. I remember reffing them last year. They'd have like 4 guys a game. Same with Rowan. So it's like, again, like I said, it's so hard to judge these teams. And like you have some of these teams that are a little weaker, but like they have these full benches. So it's like really hard to kind of like judge this division.
Absolutely. I agree. Well, that's some college roller talk for you guys. We're going to move on to some of the nationals we got coming up. I know most of everyone have announced their nationals except for, I believe, Tours. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let's start with Narch real quick though. And Narch finals, it's back in the rinks in SoCal, California. We have, what is it? July 6th through the 16th. We got a couple other events coming up. December 2nd through the 4th, Pacific Cup down in Escondido. And then Winter Nationals is January 13th to the 16th. Obviously, that's a big event. Everyone usually goes to big pro event, women's event, youth event, you name it. But yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
that's low key one of my favorite tournaments, to be honest, just because it kicks off the year.
It does. It's like it kind of gets everyone in motion. Like, yeah, this is the roller year. It feels, I don't know. It's
and I think like because
not the roller year. It's the roller season has started.
There you go. Fumbled the words. It's all right,
You
Biz.
got me.
But yeah, I was like going to that event just because one, it's cold out here and I get to get out of the cold, right? And two, like it really does like you just like kind of get in the mood to play like it's so you're like first real tournament, and like you're like getting back in the swing of things, like gets the competitive juices going. So hopefully I can make it work this year. I've been traveling a lot, so I don't know if I could do it this year, but we'll see.
Yeah, and I'm sure Narch is going to add some more events. I'm not going to speak for Dan or anything. I know that they always do add events through the year too, so I'm sure something's going to pop up. Something could be added on here, so it'd be cool if there was a Colorado event. I would love that. So maybe that's something that might try to get. We just need teams. So, but yeah, that's kind of qualifier list that's out right now, and the finals and winter nationals for Narch. We're going to move on here to State Wars. I know State Wars tryouts are back, so that's going to be a big thing. I know they're going to be doing tryouts, so that's a big thing for the youth. They have their standard date set here. As you can see, Winter Wars West is usually their first event in February. Out west, there'll be a pro division, usually always women's, you name it, all of them. But when you go over to the East Coast, I know they split it up usually because it's a very big, it's a huge event too. It's a very big event. So it's split up into 2 weekends. The youth is first, March 17th through the 19th at Marple. And then about a month later, you have the adults, which is April 14th through the 16th at Marple as well. So
this will be my first Winter Wars I'm missing on the East Coast.
Wow, what's going on, buddy? What is
I think I'm at
what have you doing?
Destination wedding in Jamaica.
Who's getting married?
One of Kimmy's friends. So I just found out about it.
Nice,
Yeah,
dude. That's
might be the first time I've missed a Winter Wars in probably like
do you
10 years. Kind of sucks.
Can I come and do a podcast in Jamaica?
Yeah, dude, that would be great. I mean, this honestly might be my excuse to go play Winter Wars West or like
maybe I might ask Tim if I can work State Wars and so I can go to Wawa's. I love me some Wawa's.
What did you like at Wawa? What did you like? I like how you put it. You make it plural. It's just Wawa.
I love everything, man. Wawa's so good. Whatever Greg got. Greg like sent me there to get something. It was like a buffalo chicken sandwich or like a buffalo dilla. I don't know, but it was
the buffalo chicken quesadilla.
It might have been that so good, but Wawa's goes bonkers. Anyways, we got Midwest Wars April 28th through the 30th, and then SummerSlam June 2nd through the 4th. I know that's a big event. I know Tim might talk more about this, but usually during this event, this is where a lot of teams can get into the Palma Pro Invitational. I think this is where they pick them. Not sure if it's going to be at this event again, but that's a one to keep an eye out for pro teams wanting to get into Palma Pro Invitational. And then you have their finals. It is not on here, but if you look at the bottom, you'll see their logo, and it is in Fort Wayne, Indiana, July. Does that say 18th through the 31st?
Yep.
So about 2 days after Narch. Usually they start, I would say about a couple days later, but this time it's a little earlier. But yeah, so Indiana, that's where their championships are. All right, Tours. Let's move on to Tours. Oh yeah, Tours had the OC Classic this last weekend. I was looking at their stats here. I was going to kind of go over some of the championships. AAA Adult, Connex, Outcast beat the OC Blades. You had some of the Mooney brothers on that team, some of the basically the OG Outcast boys and some of the Connex boys on that team. Played OC Blades, which I saw Hayden Maxwell on that team, some SoCal kids. I believe it was Luke and Nets. I'm probably missing someone's other names. Oh, Mason Pilkington also was on Connex, which is weird to see. Usually he's on.
I think I saw him in like a picture or a video.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm not gonna.
Well, him and Kyle, I think are like pretty close because I remember talking to Mooney about Mason. I think
I'm not gonna talk for Mason, but I think maybe Mason might be making the. If he's playing for Connex right now, I mean, and not maybe he's making the move to Connex. I don't know.
Oh man, we're back on the rumor mill here.
Let's get back on the rumor mill.
Back on the rumor mill.
We'll go down from here then. So then you got the 14U championship, Bulldogs Yellow versus OC Blades Black, which is a 2-1 victory for the Bulldogs, which I believe TK probably coaches that team, I'm assuming. Yeah. But if they won, there's no way TK coached that team. So
don't let him hear you say that, man.
I'm just kidding, dude.
Puts you in a chokehold.
TK is awesome. TK is awesome. He's the only one that that
I'm
actually chirps us and actually, will blatantly do it. So I love to
he
see.
I remember like I was playing with a bunch of like guys from around here. It was a tours event, I'm pretty sure. It was at Marple. And none of the guys like knew who he was. And the one guy starts like kind of fucking with him a little bit. And I was like, bro, no,
Good
like the
luck.
wrong guy to fuck with.
He's gonna kill
He's
you.
like he's like 6'9", dude. Like, why would you pick him anyway?
Yeah.
But I know he's he's all doing it in good fun usually too. So and a great guy off the rink too. Like he's one of those guys I think like you probably get into it within the game, and then like after he'd like have a beer with you.
Oh, absolutely. TK is the best. You see that photo he posted of Joey Doran today?
No, I
Yeah, you
didn't. Let
got to
me
go
look.
check it out. It's of this he has a little hair at the top. It's when they were playing Junior Platinum. They had the grossest team in Junior Platinum. I believe they were like it was like Hyper Echelon or something, but it was like Mike Anoy, Doran, TK. I'm not sure if I believe Taz was their goalie. Who else
Okay.
was it? Fran was on that team, I believe. I think was Travis Snow on that team? Dude, their team was so gross, but I'll find the picture. That Junior Platinum, that team was just was Andrew Berletta was probably their goalie, I think. Anyways,
Okay.
it was just gross. But anyway, so we'll continue with the OC Classic. You had 18U Tier 1 championship, OC Blades winning over Lebeda Warriors Black. It's nice to see the Lebeda Warriors back. I don't know if they've. Oh, yeah. I'm sure that's Temecula or however you say it, Warriors. Then you have that one. Tier 2 championship, Bulldogs Black, Mercy, Lebeda Warriors Whites.
Oof.
Yeah, hey, what are you gonna do? It's
Tough look.
tough look.
Yep.
Then you got adult championship double A, West Side Boys versus Tidal Wave Cucumbers. Cucumbers win 4-1. This is funny. I know Trefty played on the Cucumbers, and
Oh wow.
one of my buddies, Wes Schaefer, his brother, it's gonna sound so stupid, but yeah, Wes, his brother Colby's roommate, plays on that team. And when he moved out to Cali, he hit me up and he's like, dude, where do I play roller? And I was like, dude, go to the rinks in Irvine.
Anywhere.
Yeah, well, he ended up going there, joined this team. He's played for the last year and a half there. He's played Narch, everything. It's what RDN could do for you. And then
What about the lot dogs, man? Your boys, the lot dogs.
what does that have to do with anything? I'm just trying to tell him like he hit
Yeah,
me
my
up
bad,
and he
my
played
bad. I was
ice
just
hockey. He never played roller. And then he went out there. Now he's playing all these roller tournaments. And I thought it was funny that Trefty like was playing on his team and posted it. And I was like, what a small world. I used to like go to barbecues with this kid. And now he's on Trefty's team. So, but yeah, dude, the Lot Dogs are
dad right there.
Lot Dogs are the OGs, dude. That's the men's affiliate team of RDN for sure. One of the best. What is it? The best men's GM in the world, Matt Hahn. Are you serious?
Yeah,
man,
man.
put some respect on the name. And then you got the A championship, Meh versus Mafia. Meh, they won. They got some pretty cool jerseys. I like them. So yeah, you got Tours OC Classic championship winners here. I'm gonna go to their events here for you guys. I don't think they've announced their nationals yet, but they got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got about 6 tournaments out. Pretty much standard tournaments they usually go to. Missouri, New Jersey, SoCal, and Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think that Pittsburgh one's new because I think 2 years ago Narch did one in Pitt, so this is probably new for them to
Okay.
doing it hot shots there. But the New Jersey one I've done in the past. That's a cool rink, Highline Arena. They got like a bar that overlooks the rink. It's a tiny rink, but it's a pretty sick place.
Okay.
You go upstairs after the game, have a couple drinks.
It's always nice when you got a bar at the arena, you know? It's
Mm.
it just adds so much, makes you want to stay at the rink. You don't want to leave. It just
Yeah,
adds
helps
so
build the
much to the rink.
community out.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
builds the
for
community
sure.
100%. They haven't announced their nationals, but I bet you I'd put $100 on it's in Florida. I don't think they're gonna steer away from Florida. They love that place, and rightfully so. It's a nice facility, and it has a bar there, like we talked about, and it's in
Yeah.
Florida. You know, things are cheap, a little more cheaper in Florida, I would say, than a lot of other states. So
I think that location in general is just like a sweet spot. There is a lot to do around there too. Like the city of Tampa is not too far. The area is really nice. They have like a nice like outlet mall there. Like I think that's a sweet location. And I gotta give credit to the tournament itself, like at least in the pro division, it's gotten better year over year the past 3 years for sure.
yeah,
So
100%. Pro Division at Tours is always it's very competitive, always great.
it's hard, man.
Yeah, the only knock that we will say, and I think people have to have criticism, and I know we are like, you know, whatever they want to say, like when we speak, people, you know, they take it, you know, they whatever, they take it for real. And they might not
Yeah.
like how we say things, but we just keep it real in what we see. But the only thing that tours they could do better is just that live stream. You know what I mean? During the summer.
Yeah.
That's it. They have it down, but having that live stream during the summer is huge. We love doing live streams. We'll do it. And I
Yep.
think that's something we're gonna very look into of having like an RDN network where we do live streams. Maybe
Yeah. I think
it's just announced here. But that's really the only thing missing from that rink. That rink is awesome, you know. And I know they have live barn, but
it's ass. Live Mart's
it is ass. It's ass, but
my it we like I like saw one of the parents like I coach of the kids I coach and like posted this video of his kid on Live Barn today and I was like, which kid is he? Like, you know what I mean? It's just not when we did it like I remember a couple years ago we did it with Colby, just like quasi did it. And even that, like for doing it last minute, not having any preparation to it,
people
it was
love that.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was
They just
awesome.
want to
And like
see it. That's it. People just want to
that's
see
it.
it. That's
And
all. And so
and I
yeah, if
think
you
at the
guys
end of
want
the
it live
day,
stream, hit us up. RDN will do it
yeah.
for you. We'll do it legit. We won't do it through our phone. And yeah, so any
And
tournaments?
yeah, even like last year, I just like was like, fuck it, you know, like I'm getting on my phone because we had so many TMs. Like I went and did the semifinal Palma Black Ice game, and I probably had my phone literally couldn't
It's
stay
like
charged. I was just
over
getting,
like 700 people are on there.
yeah,
It's worth it. If
it
you
was crazy. And that was just from my phone, right? And like they actually have like on the main arena, they have a 6 spot to do live streams from because it actually has like a little media booth that overlooks the rink. Like it's a perfect location to do it. And like even when I was in the corner for the Palma Black Ice game, there was like 400 people on. We got the community involved, like with like guessing who was going to score in overtime and all that shit. And that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? Like doing kind of our own like overtime challenge and like getting the people talking and stuff. And like that's what's great about the social media side of things. Like, and we could, and we're, you're obviously more technology savvy than me. Like, we can still involve that stuff when we do a legitimate live stream, whether it's on YouTube, whatever it may be. But I think having that comment section is awesome because you get so many different people in there, like saying things like funny jokes, inside jokes. You get people having straight fucking conversations in like the comment section. Like it's awesome.
yeah, you get people talking to each other, you know, and especially when people aren't there and they just want to like chirp back and forth with each other. I think that's huge, especially when you have a player that wants to watch his own team play and he's not able to watch his own team play.
Go
They're
back,
in there.
yeah.
It's cool to see. So that's the very unique thing about roller, and what's really cool that a lot of sports like they don't have is that kind of community that's very, very loyal.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are definitely going to do that. I think that's something that we're going to look into this year and start maybe hitting up the tournaments for live streaming because that's and legitly not through our phone, you know.
Yeah, no. That's like when we do that, it's just like out of the like honestly, it sounds corny, but like the kindness of our heart. Like we're just trying to like
yeah, we don't want to be there, but we do it because we love like we know people want to see it. We
yeah,
love this. This is why we do
exactly.
it. It's not
And we
like
love doing it. Like I
I don't
love
get a thrill from
commentating.
doing
Like,
it, but I
yeah.
get we do it because we love the game. That's what it comes
Yeah.
down to. So
And a lot of games are worth watching, honestly, like at the
yeah.
end of the day,
But you don't want to
like
watch it through your phone. It's always hard to watch through your
no.
phone because, like, shout out to Mooney. Like he said it best. It's hard to watch through your phone.
Yeah.
Little Moons, and he's halfway, or he's down in Argentina watching his brother, and he's live streaming. So
Yeah,
out to
dude.
that kid,
Mooney. Yeah, dude.
bro.
Sup, bro? He's like, sup, dude. Like, yeah, man, that's crafty with the puck, man. Like, yeah, get at it, dude. What a pass, man. He's so funny. I love that kid. I saw he was on he was on the Outcast this weekend too. So
Yeah,
shout out
bro,
little Moon Pup.
I love Cali people. They just have or like and surfers. They just have that whole entire like different language, and
Dude.
it's
You
fun.
you
It's
ain't kidding.
amazing. It's so it, but that's
You
how every part of the country is. Everyone has their own type of language. Like when I talk to you guys from Philly, I mean, you guys be saying some
bro.
weird shit like go to Wawa's and
Dude,
bonkers, bro,
we
bonkers.
we played when I played Shakers this summer, we grabbed Bryce Nielsen to play with us. And at some point we were just like kind of like asking like, yo, we're going to lunch. Like, do you want to go? He's like, nah, man, I gotta go surf. Like I haven't missed a day in months. And like we were just like, I was like flabbergasted at that. I was like, dude, this dude's so galley. But he's a great dude too. But he was
All
like
right,
just so funny.
let's get back on track of roller. We're gonna go head over to the France League. All right.
Yes, sir. There you go.
All right. We got the Ligue Elite here, the French League, France League. I would say most people know it as probably the Premier League in Europe, but I'd say that one has changed over time now. You have Italy and Spain; they're just right up there. Players in there are ridiculous. Teams are absolutely ridiculous. So I'd say all three leagues are pretty competitive. But we're gonna go over the Ligue Elite first, the old French League, the France League, whatever you guys want to call it by. Let me share my screen here and go over their standings. All right, so
Yeah, we'll say
Rattel,
this like while you pull that up, I think the French league does the best at
promotion,
promoting the league.
100%.
Yeah, like the highlights, the full games on YouTube. I think they do the best coverage of all the leagues there. So
Yeah, they do. So yeah, as you can see, defending champions though is Villeneuve. That is, I know they have 2 American players on their team this year, Austin Koss and Robbie Baljan. They also got a world championship goalie, Daniel Brabick, played with Connex over the summer here at Narch. Kid's an absolute stud. They have Carl Gablet, one of the best French players of all time. Unbelievable
Arl.
player. And then you have Rattel. I mean, Rattel is just absolutely stacked with the Czech players. They got Seabik, Laska, Skolin. Then you know who they also got? The what was it? David Jansko.
Jansko, our boy, man.
The guy can get down the rink.
Hungarian giant.
Dude, the guy will mohawk down the rink in like 2 strides, and he's already down the rink. So kid is absolutely filthy. But as you can see, Rattel right now is in the lead. I believe Villeneuve is if I want to say, I think that's just like an overtime win and a shootout, so they don't get like a full 3 points. I could be wrong, but I believe that's what it is. But as you can tell, Rattel is just a powerhouse team.
Yeah, look at their goal differential.
59 goals for. Are you serious? But so Rattel
plus 46 goal differential. Everyone else is plus 16-9, and then everyone else is a minus underneath that.
Crazy.
So it is definitely top heavy league, it looks like.
Yeah, so we'll go into the stats though over here, as you can see. So Patrick Seabik leads the league here in points, 14, followed by Merrick Loscott, the MVP of the World Championships. And then Theo Frat, I'm going to mess that name up. You can say that if you want. But as you can see,
Boucheron.
Yeah, a very diverse league, though. You know, you got.
Yeah, it
the
only thing cool to see all the flags on the left, like all the different, like you got Czech, you got Hungarian. It looks like I think that's Colombian flag as well. So definitely cool to see all the different nationalities.
Yeah, well, what's really cool, or what's not really cool, what sucks is there's no American. So come on, let's go, boys, figure it out.
Robbie Ballinger, there you go, number 20.
Where at?
He's got 7 points. He's on page 2 there. And then Austin Koss has 6 points. It looks like there's a lot of people in that 6 and 7 points range.
You know who's actually nasty? I saw some highlights of is Lucas Smid that plays for Riz. I don't know how to say that. Was it Riz Oranges?
Yeah, it's probably like Reese.
Yeah.
Reese Oranges.
He's nasty. I saw some highlights of him. He's nasty. But yeah, as you can tell, Rattel this weekend, Rattel plays Villeneuve. So that should be a pretty good game.
It's cool that it's on Saturdays too, and I think midday for us because they're night games in France, so 6 hours ahead or 5 hours ahead on the East Coast at least. So it is nice. I love watching it on Saturday. Even if I have it on the background for a little bit, I love watching it and just having it on. So
yeah, if you go onto their not their website, go to their YouTube, type in Ligue Elite, you'll be able to watch all the games. They have them all live streamed. So they do a really good job at that. All right, let's move on to the next league. Let's do Spain. I like Spain league. They're only 3 games in though, too. They took a month break for the World Championships. So we'll get into Spain. I'll share my screen again. And they have some studs that play in this league. Molina's absolutely disgusting. They got Mooney. They got Chucky Slick. They got
Chucky Slick. You got, I see Burgers playing over there now too.
And you know who else just got signed over there is Junior Cadiz.
Really?
Cadiz. Yeah, he is playing with.
That's some breaking news right there, bro.
No, it's been out.
Shit. News to me.
So they've only played 3 games so far. And then you also have Joey DiMartino and Jimmy Teed playing for Tres Cantos. I don't know why it looks like this. Why it says 3 songs. It's probably because I did translate. I should probably translate.
Yeah.
Let me go back to Spanish. There we go. So yeah, you have Junior Cadiz joining Nick Berger, and they play for Hispania. So this weekend coming up, I'm assuming he'll probably be there for their game. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm assuming he will be. But yeah, you got a couple good matchups here. Yeah, that's Molina's playing Saint Patents. I know that's the team that Max used to play with and Jordan Mula. I'm not sure
Yep.
how good that team is now, but Molina is always a club to watch. They are absolutely disgusting. Trace Cantos is a really fun team to watch as well, too, with Joey D and Jimmy Teed. CPLV, great team. I know that's a pretty dominant Spanish team, I want to say.
Yep.
So they're a good team. And then, yeah, let me go into the Spanish roster real quick here. So yeah, Abamont. I'm not going to break any news, but I don't think Abamont is back in Spain yet. He might be, he might not. I'm not 100% sure, but I heard he was not. But they do have a pretty much dominant Spain team with Nick Berger there. Junior Cadiz will be joining their team. And then you
I
look
would
at
assume if Junior came in, I think you're only allowed to have 2 American players. So I'm assuming he probably replaced
or two imports.
two imports. Sorry, two imports, right?
So
I'm
then
assuming he took that spot.
then you also have I know Jan Andrusek. I think that's how you say his last name. He was on that Czech team that won at World Skate. So he's on Molina, but Molina has a very strong team, as you can see. Trace Cantos got Joey D there, and Jimmy Teed's on this team in nets. Pretty much a dominant Spain team. This Maxime Langlos, he used to play with Gargs, right? I believe
so. Yeah, I think he was at World Skate Games too.
Okay.
I believe so.
And now he's playing in the Spain league. So, but yeah, Spain league, strong league, fun league to watch. Honestly, they're on YouTube as well too. So
they hustle in that league.
Yeah.
That league, I would say, like when you're
their
watching
rinks are just the same size as the French league, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think the difference between the France league, you definitely see more traditional roller. Like even when we played France, like it was more of a traditional roller hockey game. Where like when you play Spain, they kind of run and gun a little bit more and kind of up and down the rink a little bit more. So I think it's like when you're watching it on those small rinks too. Like I think it is a little more entertaining to watch sometimes, just because it is a little more chaotic, right? And a lot of opportunities, goals, and things like that. So it is a decent league to watch.
Yeah, I honestly love watching the Spain league. I watch when Molina's on. Anytime Molina's on, like flip it onto YouTube. Sometimes their games start a little different from the France games. So anytime Molina or Trace Cantos is playing, I'll watch. I have players on those, or I know players on those teams, so it's always fun to watch that. But those two leagues are super fun to watch. Let's get into the Italy league. Italy league, honestly, I just was talking about those two leagues, how it's fun to watch. These guys hustle, I would say, if not harder than Spain, because their rinks seem a lot smaller than the other rinks. Like these rinks are small.
Like, bro, like the Asiago rink, you feel like you're in the basement of like a school. Like it is scary. It's like dangerous. I'll like quick story real quick before hopping. We did USA practices there before, and I think it was I forget who took the shot, but it was one of the Petito brothers took a shot and like almost drilled our coach. Like it hit him, like bounced off the ground, hit him in the shin, like took him straight out. And it was like, in hindsight, it's actually kind of funny. But like just the point is like those ranks are tiny and the puck moves there and they do hustle. And I think Italy is kind of like Spain, just maybe a little more, like if you look at their national teams, they usually rank a little higher. So it's just like Spain heavy, right? Or Spain plus.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, no, they're, you have, let's go look at it. The players in the league, they have a lot of great players in this league. As you can tell, Martin Fiala, he used to play over in the France league, and he switched a year ago. He's played in the Italy league. They won it last year, Molina. This year, Jacob Bernard, the boy, he's on that team too as well. They are disgusting. Then you have Nathan Sigmund, Angelo Delfino. Delfino, he's one of the Italian players that is really
He
good.
played on the national team this year.
As well as Banchero and Bellini.
Bellini's been around forever. I feel like that guy.
A stud.
Oh,
Tobia Van Dram. This kid is an absolute stud.
yeah,
If I
he's a
was a
good
pro
player.
team, I think I'm gonna pick him up for my pro team. I'm gonna start picking up Vieca Bernard. I'm gonna pick up David Johnsko. And we're gonna make an RDN international. Sorry, Lebeda Shakers. I'm just kidding. But no, these guys are studs. Like this league is really fun to watch because they have a lot of pure goal scorers. I don't believe Hodge is in this league anymore, correct?
I don't see him on here. He'd probably be at the top if he was in there.
You used to play with Molina, right?
Yeah, I
But I
believe
think
so.
he
Not
switched.
Molina, with
I think he switched. Yeah, so he's right here. He's played 4 games, so maybe he's coming back. Maybe they had a break. But they have this team is nasty. This is the
yeah.
team that was it McDonald? Alex McDonald played on this team with Sigmund.
Yeah,
They
this team
got
is nasty. You got Siggy, Benarame,
El
Hodge,
Sasso,
Delfino. Yeah, this team is
Campolas,
nasty.
like a lot of Italian players.
I know they played Wakefield's team, Ferrara, and they beat them up pretty good. That was one of the games I watched. They beat them up pretty good, so they're pretty nasty. That team. What's it, Davoli, right?
Yeah, and then you have Milano. Milano's really good. They have
Yeah,
Fiala, they have Jakob Bernard. Their goalie, I believe, is one of the Italian goalies as well from the national team.
yeah, they're nasty as well. I mean, that league. When you were on the stats page there, I was like looking at the names. I'm like, oh shit, I noticed a lot of these names from the national team. So
Yeah.
that league's definitely pretty top heavy. It's probably a lot better than I thought. I feel like I never know when. Like I think each team streams their own games, so it's
Yep.
like sometimes a little difficult to find the games to watch them. But I know I was watching a couple of Wakefield's games. He's like sent me links, through Snapchat or whatever. But he's loving it over there, by the way. He said like compared to Spain, it's a little different, not as like party heavy, but like he said, it's like a way better kind of living situation in general. He said like really taken care of by his club and everything. So it sounds like they treat their players, their imports with a lot of like professional, like, kind of treatment.
I think it goes club by club. I think every club in every single league has a different type of funding and a different way they do things. And if I had, all right, we'll do a hot take here real quick. Okay. If you could play
Oh,
in any
sure.
league, I already know my answer and I can give you my answer first or you can go, but any league in Europe, any team, what team you playing with and what league?
You want to go first, you said?
Yeah. It's going to be Spain and in Molina,
Okay.
where Chucky Slick and Mooney live. I don't know why I keep calling him Chucky Slick.
Well,
Like
that was his name. That was his rap name.
that was his rap name. I don't know. I
Well,
just
that
feel
was
like
his
we're
artist
keep
name.
calling him Chucky Slick, like his name's Charles Baldwin. But
He's Chucky Slick.
he is. So I think it'd be that. Their lifestyle seems just so much fun. It's just really, beach life. Street ducking.
They're on the island, right? Are they? Their team
Yeah,
is on the island.
that's the
Yeah, I
island.
mean,
How could you
it's gonna be
not?
tough to kind of. Yeah, it's gonna be tough to beat that. I
France
wouldn't
and
mind
Paris would
playing.
be fun too, playing in Paris. I know the team's not that good, but it would be fun. I mean,
Yeah, playing in Paris would be cool. I mean, I don't. I mean, this is. Yeah, I don't know if I would want to live in France like compared to Spain or Italy is the only thing. Like,
yeah,
I feel like
Spain
I
on that
like
island,
Italy.
man. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'd want to go to Spain just because I have never been there. Like I've been to Italy 6 times, so I would rather play
Whoa,
somewhere in
big
Spain.
flex.
Yeah, I know, not a big deal, right? Yeah, I honestly, I'm gonna have to kind of just copy you there because if you're on an island in Spain, like that life, what's beating that lifestyle?
Well, you
There's not.
also think about it though. I know there's a team that Cadiz played with that was in France that's from the Alps, and it was
Oh, that's
like
probably pretty
French
cool
Alps
too.
are pretty cool.
Oh, that's not I want to say Anglet. It's not Anglet, is it?
I don't know. Maybe. But I would pick that or Italy. I think Italy and Milan would be pretty unreal. Playing in Milan would be pretty sick.
That
They
would be
have
sweet
great
too.
food, good wine. So yeah, I'd probably pick Italy. All right. What else you got here for the roller show for the world?
Oh man, I mean, we covered a lot, honestly. I
Yeah.
think We thought this was gonna be like a half hour. Wound
Yeah,
up
we
being close
did,
to an
but we got a
hour.
lot of roller talking for you guys. We're gonna be doing this weekly. We're gonna get some players on here. This week was just a little tough for both of us. Obviously, everyone knows we work full-time jobs as well, so we just kind of whenever we can, we'll get on here. But yeah, we're gonna get some interviews going with some guys. So anyone you guys want to in particular hear, let us know, and we will definitely interview. So as always, this podcast is sponsored by Fuel Hunt. If you need any apparel, anything to put on while you're just working it in the gym and you're just getting your hunt on in the gym,
Work
yeah,
hard, man.
only the Fuel Hunt. So yeah, check them out.
Yeah.
What is it? Roller Dad code 15% off or 10%.
Yeah, Roller Dad News. It's
Yeah.
either Roller Dad 15 or Roller Dad News. I think you can use either one. I think they're
Yeah.
both activated.
Also, this is going to be going on YouTube. So we'll be posting these on YouTube. We'll be posting these on our shorts. If you're still listening to this and you are a sponsor and you want to sponsor these, let us know. We will put you as the official sponsor. You'll have your own little tag in the bottom. Shit, everything. So let us know.
Yeah.
We need some
I
sponsors.
think yeah, it's good just like kind of getting back in the swing of things. Like you said, like we got a bunch of stuff happening now.
Yeah.
So it's good to talk about this stuff and we can hopefully get some people on in the next couple of weeks. I know we wanted to do a kind of a longer recap of the World Skate Games too, which
We'll
like
still do that. I
if,
think I want to
yeah,
maybe one of the coaches are both from Team USA and a couple players from international. So we'll definitely do
yeah,
that.
it'd be great. Oh, I think it would be sweet to get an international player, obviously with language barriers and stuff, but get someone.
We
I know
talked to those we talked to those the
Taipei
Taiwan
guys.
players. So
Yeah. That would be sweet if we can get him on there. I think that would be not only like cool for us to get to like interview someone
number
like that, but
18,
cool for them.
number
Like
18 and 97.
yeah. So that would be great to even like for them too, like to come on with us and just like have something different, talk about what's going on with hockey there, how they got involved, like just kind of find a whole different history.
It's like what the hockey culture is like over there. Like what it's
exactly
so much more different than here.
like
We
how did
know
you
how they
guys
got
go
involved.
from
They pick up a stick and
like how'd you guys go from not placing in a single tournament to winning?
bro, check this out.
All right. What do you give me another vintage? I know you got like all these vintage sticks there always.
So I got my new Bauer, dude. This
is that
not,
the agent?
Should I show? I can't show this on the on the podcast. I think it broke already. I got slapped.
Is it the agent?
Yeah.
Dude, you're like the third person to tell me the agent.
Somebody slashed me, dude.
There at the bottom
Somebody slashed me. Yeah.
Is it, bro? You're the third person to tell me they bought the agent and it broke right at the bottom of the stick because they put this like taper on there.
No, I'm not knocking the agent. The agent's disgusting. But the agent, it's such a good stick, but my favorite stick of all time. I've never had a better stick in my life. I still use it broken, and it's still so good broken. It's probably the best stick I've ever used when it's a little broken. And it's probably not even that broken. It's the best.
I'm not a huge Bauer guy. I know.
All right. Thank you for joining the podcast. We are out.